Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rogues Passage. Happy holidays. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. I don't know if it's the fortnitification of Magic that's happening lately or just the fact that we've been at this for a few years and my brain just needed a break. And that break has come in the form of multiplayer game of the year, Arc Raiders. I have been reconnecting with PC gaming, super enamored with this incredible title. I've just loved talking about things that I'm passionate about, and I decided to rope somebody in to chat about it with me. And I kind of want to do this more on the channel, talk about the other games that we play, and talk about the stuff that we love. Now, I've put about 150 hours into Arc Raiders since its release, on October 30th. It's kind of all I've been thinking about and doing, and it's been a wonderful break. Yeah, I decided to rope in my homie and Twitch streamer, SteveBroChill, who has also been playing the game. And, we both came from a similar game, a title called Escape from Tarkov that we've loved for years and years. And I just wanted to chat about this phenomenon of a game that has come out. It has taken the world by storm. I know there are probably over 8 million copies sold at this point. It's wonderful. And yeah, if you guys want more content like this or enjoy it, let me know. I don't know if you're coming here from Steve's community or from our community. This is a new type of little series that I want to do. I don't know what we're going to call it. I don't know, like Midnight Raiders, because we had to do it at midnight, basically after our kids are in bed. But anyway, I'll stop yapping. This is SteveBroChill and I talking about Arc Raiders. This game has been incredible. Hope you guys enjoy it. Later. What's up? Welcome back to the Rogues Passage. I'm Tanner Cherry. Today we're doing a little bit of a different thing. I don't know. Personally, I've been a touch burned out on Magic, and I've been absolutely enamored with, best multiplayer game of the year as of the Game Awards recently. I managed to rope massive co-host SteveBroChill to come and talk shit about extraction shooters, generally this phenomenon that's been happening. Yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. I go online by SteveBroChill. Yeah, and I'm just a huge gaming nerd, dude. I'm excited to be here, and I need to talk to you guys too about this addiction, my nightly addiction, Arc Raiders.
Yeah, that's huge, right? You said that you've been playing it off stream. For anybody that doesn't know, so there's going to be certain people that are here from our Magic content that don't know Steve. There's going to be certain people coming to this, I don't know, I guess from the SteveBroChill community, right? That don't know.
Yes, there will, absolutely.
You are a career gamer. You literally you play games for a living as an entertainer on the internet. And you're playing Arc Raiders off stream. That's a big thing, right?
Yeah, that is. I should be doing other things that are more productive, but man, this game has it's roped me. It's very fun, and it's one of the things sometimes it does a really good job at feeding you those dopamine hits. I think that's one of the main things. The other thing that just really, I don't know what it does to my brain, but the soundscape of that game is incredible. The different audio recordings that they've got for the Arc and it's just they did such a good job at building an environment and then really tying the sounds into it.
Did you see? There was the audio designers did a podcast. It was an hour discussion with the two lead designers for the audio. Did you see that at all? Oh my God.
No, I should. I didn't. I've been unfortunately very much out of the loop outside of just being addicted to it.
Yeah, you're also very busy, right? I remember proposing this whole thing to you. I was like, man, if you're cool, I know you probably don't have the time. We're both parents.
Yeah, that's most of my time now.
Yeah, but there was this podcast where they sat the two lead audio designers for this game down, and one of them, he's an ex military sniper / saboteur, explosives expert, and he's the dude he's using all these cool little mini analog synthesizers to do all the sounds for the wasps and stuff. And it's just an absolute injustice that they didn't get nominated for sound design in the Game Awards. That was wild.
It's, and even past the Arc, just the explosion, blowing up a bastion is what the fuck? That is such a satisfying explosion. Throwing wolf packs, the guns sound great.
Yeah.
Damn.
It reminds me of like watching like certain filmmakers, you know, like you got Christopher Nolan, right? He's famous for like stuff like Tenet and you know, like Oppenheimer, shit like that. He's famous for like leaving sound ceiling for the big moments to just be like aggressively loud because they should be, right? They should have that kind of impact. And sometimes that like gets in the way of dialogue and he gets a little shit for that. But dude, like this game's captured my heart. I've got a whole, I've felt compelled to like get someone that I feel would be like fun to talk about it with and just talk about this game. And you know, the cool thing is because we're both Tarkov players, like
That
to talk about
yeah.
the contrast between these two games, because Arc Raiders is so inspired by what Battlestate Games has sort of pioneered, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the extraction shooter genre. Very different games. I would say the only thing that they have in common is that you're trying to extract with your good shit. Like it's such a different game, and it's a great game. Man, and you know what else too? Sorry, my brain went off on, you know, what really tickles me about that game. Like, not only is the gunplay pretty fun and the sound is incredible, but the other fucking thing too is I can queue up into a match in like 20 seconds to like a minute tops.
Nobody knows.
Is so dangerous for me at nighttime because I'm like, I can fit one more. It won't be that late.
Right. I didn't even think about that. The slot machine.
Like, one more time. I could do one more. I just want to get out with a solid one. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to bed pissed. One more.
Dude, I was trying earlier today. I roped a couple people together and I was like, man, I want to get this Steam achievement for riding a Rocketeer and doing damage to something. Right?
Oh, yeah. Did you get it?
No, it's so hard. But I actually...
Dude, I got it by accident on day 2.
No,
I was trying to figure
way.
out the game, and I had a showstopper, and I had no idea what it did.
And you
I was
just
like,
decided that the right thing to do was to climb on top of that bitch.
Yep, I climbed on top. I was laughing. I think I was playing with. God, who was I playing with? But we were laughing, and then all of a sudden it did a flip and threw me off and killed me.
Yeah, it does the flip. You gotta. So the funny thing is, before I started trying to do it today, just like a few days ago, they added a new cosmetic pack to the store, and it's like the biker leather, almost like the. It's actually pretty sick.
You got a helmet with a visor on it,
but there's one color variant that is straight up Evil Knievel, and I was like, bro, if I'm gonna ride a Rocketeer, I have got to be dressed like Evil Knievel.
Yes.
And it's just so hard. Like, but like the cool thing, I mean, I wanted to talk about, like, there's so many things I want to talk about, but I think the most prominent thing to talk about from coming from Tarkov is like, I mean, we both went through the incredibly impactful transition of when Tarkov got VoIP, proximity chat.
Yeah.
Right. That was like night and day. Before that, it's shoot on sight, scav or PMC. Doesn't matter, right? Like you can't really communicate. After that, the storytelling, like the organic stuff that was happening, like the people making friends, people actually like, you know, calling for help and getting
right.
But that's like on 10x with Arc Raiders, because you actually get people that are downed that can communicate, you know?
Yeah.
And this game is just such an incredibly wild social experiment. The fact that there's such a huge difference in when you queue up in solo queues when you're a solo and how friendly it is.
It's so different from the dude, solo, duo, trio are different games. Yeah. Like almost entirely.
You got people in solos running around with recorders and flutes and light sticks and shit, just trying to be like, you know, oh, yo, I got healing for you. And in trios, you got people like trying to lure you into a room to slit your throat.
Oh, dude, they have RGB all over their game chairs. They're most people mean business in the trios.
So
yeah, it's.
What was your first? What was your first like? How did you hear about this game? Like, what was your first experience with it?
Dude, I fought it. It came out.
Oh,
and, okay. So this is how it went. I had heard the first like public play test. That I was not in. I didn't play it. I heard people's feedback. People were talking to me about it in chats, and I had a couple friends that played it, and everything seemed pretty good. Most people liked it, and then they did the server slam, and I played in the server slam.
Yeah,
like, this is not for me.
Oh,
This
really?
is not. Yeah, first couple runs were fun. I was like, "Nah, I don't think this is for me. I don't know.
I
I don't know
think I
what it
watched
was
that
about the server
actually.
slam. Maybe it was. I don't know. It was all on damn battlegrounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I felt like this is gonna lose steam fast. That's kind of like that. Like I thought like this is good, but how long is this gonna last? Like it didn't feel like it really had any kind of longevity. But it was also the server slam, and I didn't really know too much about what they were doing. I was a little bit out of the loop, besides what I had heard from people. And then the game released, and lots of people were playing it. People were like, "You should play, you should play, you should play." And
So it was the hype?
you know, I played the server slam. It's like, you know, it looks like a dope game, but I don't think it's for me. And then the game was gifted to me,
Oh.
and it was said, "Play this, motherfucker! Like, play it." So I was like, "All right,
Dictated.
fine." Yeah, I played it a few times on stream. I kind of like I found enjoyment in it. I was, you know, it was fun. It was fun. And then I linked up with a couple friends. My brother, my even my nephew got the game. Another friend of mine I know lives in town, and we were playing like duos at night. And like, I don't know, I don't know your play style in the game. I play like a complete goofball. I love silly shit. I am just or setting up traps, or like there's lines you don't cross. Like one thing for me personally, just for my own gameplay, is if I tell someone I'm friendly, I'm friendly. I'm not going to shoot them.
Yeah, dude.
Right? I'm not going to tell someone I'm friendly and then kill them.
The
Motherfuckers
integrity.
will say, "I'm friendly. Are you friendly?" And I will say no. I'll say,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not. I came to fight." Like the PvP in that game is very fun.
Yeah.
And I understand like a lot of people like the PvE is cool too. And there's they've set up an awesome universe here with shit to fight. That's cool. But the PvP is also really fun. They did a good job at that element as well. And like maybe that's because I'm coming from Escape from Tarkov, but that's one of the parts of the game that like I really enjoy, especially because there's all these traps and there's
And
like
the environment
just
trying to kill you.
silly shit. Yeah, and the environment at the same time.
Yeah.
Just funny shit like that. I think the most like deceptive thing that I'll do is I'll see it like in solos, especially because you know you'll come across a group of like 2 or 3 that made friends.
Yep.
And I'll get in one area, and a lot of times I'll run around with a hairpin just because I'm not doing anything. Like I'm not really trying to fuck people up, but I'll fuck with people. And I'll shoot 1 or 2 of the guys a couple times, and then I'll big flank like way around, and I'll walk up and I'll be like, "Yo, what are you guys doing? Is everybody cool?" They're like, "Yeah, someone's shoot. Oh, that's what I heard over there. Yeah, somebody's shooting." And then I'll roll around with them, and just dumb shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
if you can get away with that, that is just incredible.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you'll do that even off stream too, like the fact that it's like, you know, just the meme equity in this game.
Yeah,
I saw somebody had a short where they like, I think it was Stella Montes. It's like a very, very PvP map, right?
Oh,
and they rolled in there on solos. They walked into the medical research, and there's I think 6 people that teamed up, and they're all hopping around, they're looting, they're talking, and he's just looking over the balcony at them, and he just goes pop with the hairpin once to one of them, and they all just spun around and just started shooting each other.
I've seen a couple clips like that, like people looting the matriarch, and then one guy is in a bush, he takes a shot, and then everybody starts killing each other because they're all like,
it's wild,
oh my
man.
God.
The story and like the fact that, well, okay, I want to talk about one of the things that I love because I have it like a section of notes here of like versus Tarkov, or like, you know, in contrast to Tarkov, all this experience that I've had with that game. And one thing is the matchmaking. We got to point that out. Like, for people that have been playing Tarkov for, I don't know, when did you play it first? I played it in 2020, I think, the first time. So 5 years of that matchmaking.
First time I tried it was at the end of 2017.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Funny enough, I tried it and I played for a week and I hated it. I said, fuck this game. This game's too hard. I don't know shit. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's too much. I don't want to learn it. Like, this is going to take too much time. And I put it down and I didn't touch it for probably like 5 months. And then when I did pick it back up, I was like, all right, I'm gonna learn these maps. I had a map on the second monitor, and I'm gonna figure out these quests. I'm gonna figure out the gun parts, and like I really sank some time into it, and I fell in love with the game.
Yeah, dude. The funny thing is, like, the way that you described that just now, it's like an abusive relationship, you know?
It
You
is.
get a bad
Oh,
experience, but like
100%.
came back to it, gave it another try. And then it's like 7 years later.
100%. Yeah.
The funny thing is, so
100%.
the matchmaking, I don't know, it actually just fucking boggles my mind how that studio, for all of the successes and like things that you could just like shower them in praise for, the matchmaking has been absolute dog shit. Like, I've been playing that game for so long. The experience of being with, you know, playing with 2, 3, 4 other people, and I mean, you know this, where you're like, if it gets to 9 minutes, we should probably back out. You know, if it gets to 10 minutes, we should probably back out. Like the matchmaking just being busted, and they've never had a low player count. They really have not. They are like one of the pioneers of the genre. Maybe before Wipe, they get low player count, but you still have that problem, even in droves, right off the wipes.
Even in the beginning,
something is wrong with the way that they match players.
And I kind of accepted that and was just like, you know, it's Tarkov, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then Arc Raiders came out, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This is what it's like to get into games instantaneously. This is crazy, dude. If Tarkov did that, the game, I feel like that would add a ton of success. Like even with the little bugs and like the other problems that they got, if the matchmaking was quick, I think that they would have a shitload. Like that drives a lot of people away. Like, because you got to think, you're putting kits together for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, and then you got to sit through 5 to 15 minutes to get in.
And
now,
they
every
only
now
recently
and then
allowed you to get into your stash or whatever while you're waiting, right? Like,
yeah, and dude, honestly, I mean, I guess I've played that game for so long without that, I always even forget that exists.
Yeah.
I've become such a lazy Tarkov player too over the years, like. And I think that's why, like, because, you know, I like to get in there, mess with the gun, shoot, fight, just have those experiences in VoIP. Like, by the way, when you mentioned VoIP earlier, that is what saved me from completely burning out on that game. Because I was getting really close, and then they introduced VoIP, and I was like, oh my God, this is such a fresh new experience. Like, this is amazing. Those player interactions and the fun things that opens up, especially in, like, the content side of things, it's a whole new world. Now that you have actual interaction over voice comms, like it changes everything.
You can actually press a button and talk to the person that you're engaging with, right? Like, you know what's funny is like the barrier to that for so long, from their perspective, they kept saying was like they were just worried about Call of Duty, like the racist lobby, like the you know, people throwing, but it's like, just allow people to report those accounts. It's actually almost an even better way to find the assholes, right? And like ban their accounts. But like the matchmaking, the experience with Arc Raiders, being able to, like, I have this written down, the fact that I didn't ever really play Tarkov solo. It was always a social game for me. I was actually usually a little bit kind of like, I was never motivated to jump into a lobby solo, because Tarkov will put you in a lobby that you'll be in the game for sure, potentially up against 4 or anywhere from 1 to 5 man squads, right? There's no matchmaking in regards to squad like fill. So it just always felt like you're just at such a bloody disadvantage rolling as a solo. So if I didn't have someone to play with, I wouldn't play Tarkov. And when I started playing Arc Raiders,
for a lot of people.
Yeah, when I started playing Arc Raiders, I was like, yo, solo is actually really fun. And squad fill is actually really fun. Like, it was integrated right into the UI, right? You could just be like, yo, give me a couple extra randoms. And whether they had mics or not, they had vocal, the gestures that they can use to communicate. Just fluid. Absolutely fluid. Yeah. And like the green, blue, purple shield, that's it. You don't have to worry about the fucking armor penetration, the ammo penetration, all that other stuff. Like, in regards to the dragging a friend in to come play, and all I have to do is have a PS5. Like, I can't believe how much of
crossplay is huge.
It scratches such a Tarkov itch for me. But the fact that I can just and the biggest thing that I want to praise this game for, and I know other games have been rocking this template for a decade or more. If you are running a trio in Tarkov and one of your homies gets tapped in the head, they're out, and they might be out for 15 minutes waiting for you to get out, right? In
or longer, yeah.
Yeah, in Arc Raiders, like one of your teammates gets downed. They're crawling around waiting for you to revive them, right? Just waiting. Like more often than not, whoever wins the battle and gets everybody down revives their teammates and keeps going.
Yeah.
And so it's basically like you either your team gets wiped and you all go back to the lobby together and queue up and do again, or you win the fight and you get all your homies up and you keep going. So I found that like continuing to play with homies, like continuing to play with my friends is like 80+% of the experience rather than 10% of the experience.
Yeah. And also, you know, in Tarkov, you know, like you said, when you die, you're out. You're not spectating your buddies. You're not, and which is fine. I don't think Tarkov should have a spectator like after you're dead. Like, but yeah, it's just that game is painful. It is.
Yeah,
it is,
and like it's part of the allure, right? It's meant to be punishing.
Yeah.
It's meant to be hyper realistic. The way that you have to load your ammunition bullet by bullet into your magazines.
And like you mentioned, the penetration and the bullet velocity. I kind of sometimes I think though, like there's too much mathing at the same time in that game for it to really work. And that's,
oh yeah,
I've heard several people refer to the coding of that game as spaghetti code, and which makes perfect sense. And which is why I think that, you know, when one thing gets added or one thing gets changed, something else breaks that wasn't broken before. And that's that's kind of the history of like almost every major Tarkov update. So,
and good on them for trying. They're trying to make one of the most like hyper realistic, complex like milsim games that's ever been made, really.
Yeah, I have plenty to bitch about with Tarkov, but at the end of the day, it's still my favorite game. I've played that game for so long.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's still your main, right?
Like yeah, right now. Well, right now, so I mean, like this new the game is now full release. It's 1.0.
The last wipe.
Yeah. There's storyline. There's escaping from Tarkov.
Yeah.
There's all these cool things added in the game. For me, I don't know about everyone else's experience. The game feels like I've maybe come across one person that I thought like I might be cheating. So that's been great. You know, nobody flying around or just yapping everybody in the lobby. And yeah, it's kind of like I almost had this. Once I saw the like how 1.0 released, the certain things that were fixed and weren't fixed, I had like mixed feelings about it. It felt like the wipe is always my favorite time of Tarkov because everybody's level 1, everybody has dog shit for gear and ammo. The fights, the time to kill is way longer. Like you're shooting plastic BBs at each other. Fights just play out and evolve into just the weirdest and craziest situations. And you're not just getting two tapped in the chest and dead like you are most of the time at the end of a wipe. So I love it. And there's a lot of people playing. The player count's high. You're running into people everywhere. So to me, when 1.0 happened and this wipe, we had day one of the wipe. I don't know. Part of me was like, this could be the last one. Like this could be the last real good one of my favorite game. Like I want to give this one like a good go because I've had other games in the past that I loved and I played and they died. And I had that thought of like, those were the glory days and I didn't even know it in the time, you know? So I try to keep that in mind with games, especially if I'm having fun. Tarkov's been really fun. Arc Raiders has been really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so the interesting thing is that like, Tarkov has been, it's one of the points that I want to talk about is Tarkov has been for, I don't know how many years now, 8 years on a pretty much like a 2 a year, like a 6-month wipe cycle, or at least for as long as I've been playing, right? Like there's been a summer and a winter wipe.
There's like some are longer, some are shorter. I think I want to say one of the longest we've had is around 9 months. I may be wrong.
Yeah, but for the people that
tell me I'm wrong.
For the people listening to this that maybe aren't like extraction shooter veterans, what that means is that like the entire player base gets their accounts reset to day one or like 0 every 6 months. So it's almost like a bit of an experiment every 6 months or whatever. Like people, you've got your goals, and the game loop, the designed game loop was almost a little bit like designed for that.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I want to point out with Arc Raiders, because like coming from that, like here's the thing with Tarkov, I enjoyed that. I like one of the only times I've ever taken time off work to play a video game was like it's wipe day for Tarkov, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home for 2 days. I'm going to get into it. It's kind of fucking weird to take time off work to play a video game, but this like when you're passionate about a game and it gives you such a incredible like visceral rush like Tarkov does.
The early days, nothing ever in gaming has compared to those early days of playing Tarkov, where you're in there and you have this good gear or this gun or this stuff you've never seen, really valuable loot. You got a weapon case out of a room, like everything's on the line. If you die, you lose everything. You got to get out. There's scavs everywhere. There's people shooting. You want to be sneaky. Like your heart is racing. Like you could black out, like just like it would get so intense. I don't think a game had ever gotten my heart rate up as high as the early days of Tarkov. Just that feeling is crazy.
Yeah, and it's because of the potential for ruin, right? The tension.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The punishment, like the consequences of dying, just they feel so heavy, and they do a great job at really just pummeling you when you lose it. And so when you have that feeling of there being a lot on the line, of course, end of the day, of course, it's just a video game and we're playing for fun. But like in that moment, it feels crazy. And the gunfights, just something about it. And no other game has done that to me. None. I've had moments in games like Counter-Strike where you're clutching up and your heart's racing and it's but nothing had ever come close to Tarkov, and it's almost ruined me for other games.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know that Arc Raiders necessarily gives me that. Like I've had some moments that are pretty intense, but I feel like Arc Raiders has grabbed me for other reasons, besides that element. Like I said earlier, like the gunplay is just like the PvP and the gunplay is very fun.
Yeah,
the sound is incredible. I could go on like I don't think I've ever played a game where the sounds were just so cool and so like you're just in another universe when you're running around in there.
Well, yeah, that was actually what I wanted to bring up earlier. Or whatever, was talking about the sound designers. They said that they had an epiphany in regards to how to make their sounds in the environment sound realistic, because they were watching. It was like a viral game that exploded all over Twitch. Lethal Company.
Oh yeah.
And they were watching Lethal Company, and the audio designers were working on Arc Raiders, and they were like, how the fuck did they make the proximity chat sound like it's coming from the room next to you that much?
Yes.
Right? They were like obsessed with, they were like, what did they do? And they spent days reverse engineering it.
He's just a kid, right? The solo dev of that game is was at the time like a 15, 16-year-old kid, I believe.
Yeah, and he figured out this wild little trick of making the proximity chat propagate as an external sound element inside of the environment that is then post-processed by all of the reverb and whatever, all of the environmental post-processing that all of the other sounds are fed through. He was like, what if I put the proximity chat in that layer? And the crazy thing is the Arc Raiders team was like, we're going to take it one layer deeper. We want to make your own voice as you speak also processed by that layer, so that it sounds like when you hit the VoIP button and you're talking to somebody down the hall, you can hear the echo along the concrete wall on your right of your own voice. So like the immersion level was going to be insane. But they said that the latency on your own voice it's almost impossible to do on a multiplayer game, because when you hear your own voice milliseconds late while you're talking, it fucking screws you up. It's like a speech jammer, right?
I was going to tell you, I talked to a buddy that had a little bit of experience doing his own kind of podcasting thing. And he was telling me when we had a conversation about it one time that when his headphones are on, he can hear his microphone to make sure that it sounds good and it's
the
clear.
side tone.
how can anyone listen to themselves while talking? Dude, I've tried it, and it literally destroys my brain. I get so distracted.
Is
I
it
can't
because of the
focus on
latency?
anything.
Is it because of the latency?
I don't even think it's that. It's almost instantaneous. So, I mean, I feel like the latency would make it even worse.
Yes, it would. It would make it impossible. But like, I actually feel like I've seen. Maybe it was like even in chat, like having this conversation with you on stream, because the headphones that I use are the Arctis Pro wireless, and they have the side tone option so that you can hear yourself while you talk. And
have you tried turning
they're
it on?
perfect. Yes, I use it on full, and it's it's perfect. It's like real time, and what it does is it stops me from shouting because they're closed. They're closed headphones, right? So it stops me from shouting. I can actually hear myself as I talk.
I might need that for my kids are asleep, dude.
But you got the open ear headphones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can actually hear your voice talking into your microphone while you're listening to stuff, right?
I mean,
are the open ears? They allow the room to
external
come in
sound.
as well,
Yeah,
right?
I can. Yeah. Like, so if my wife pops the door open and says something to me, I can hear her. It doesn't. They're not like noise canceling or closed.
Right. So I
believe that's.
I think that my headphones just do a cheap impression of that, right? They're just letting.
Okay.
But yeah,
almost like the external, like the stuff around you come through.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'd have to try it. I just know that when I tried to listen back to the input of my microphone.
While through your software? There's latency.
So, okay, that makes sense. Then it's not instantaneous. It was impossible. It actually messed me up. But anyway, so that would be interesting if they. That sucks that they can't do it.
Yeah, they said it's a big goal for them. They were like, this would be like a super, and they realized that it's one of those like personal things that they would love to accomplish for themselves. It's not that important, but it's one of those things that like if they could get that to work, it would be insane. Yeah. Like the immersion would be insane.
I could see that being pretty wild. I mean, the game has already done a great job of being immersive.
Oh yeah.
I get wanting to, when you have your own little project or thing you're working on, like you find those little things that you really want to do and you focus on them. So I get that. I get that feeling.
Well, so I know I got like sidetracked there talking about the wipe structure. I want to land the point on that because it's like, it's one of the most important things here. We're talking about like 6 months was the Tarkov wipe, but one of the biggest things here, and I don't know, I wanted to check in with you to see if you're actually like on board to do the expedition, like prestige and wipe your character, because we're only 8 weeks in. They're doing things on an 8-week cycle. That's only 2 months. Mm-hmm. And it's a character wipe 2 months in. Now, my question is that the cadence that they're going to keep up? Because if we're wiping 6 times a year, us dad gamers are going to have a bit of a fucking time trying to keep up with this. Are we really going to wipe 6 times a year?
So, as far as I understand, it's optional, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have the choice. And again, I haven't done a great job at keeping up with any gaming news. It's just like when I'm not at the computer playing, acting like an idiot, I've just so many other things I feel like going on. So I haven't really been super caught up with everything. But what from what I understand is it's optional, and then also when you do it and you wipe, you get like, depending on how many million, up to 5 million, you can get 5 extra tree points. Is that what it is?
5 extra skill points to use on the skill tree, which I'm assuming they have not actually said this out loud, but I'm assuming that they're front loaded. I'm assuming that when you start your character, you have 5 to use right away. Otherwise, there's no way that those would be 5 on top, because most people won't even get to 75, right? So there's no way that they have to be front loaded on the first. Which,
well, where are they gonna go with it? Like okay, so think about it. Like 1 year goes by. Are we got people that are level 75 with like all 3 trees almost full? You know what I mean? Like, is that where we're headed? Like,
yes, I think because right now you can't fill out all 3 of the skill trees with 75 points. But if you prestige your character like leap after leap and continue to accrue all these extra skill points, then you may be able to fill out those skill trees. But then at that point, they're going to have to expand the skill trees. Like they said, they have a 10-year plan for this game, you know, which is wild. Like Tarkov is on 10 years right now, or 9.
They I think the initial release was 2016. So
Yeah, like
they're about to be on 10 years.
that's the weird thing is games don't usually ever think within a decade. Like they're thinking about the 2 or 3 years.
No.
Or Call of Duty, they're thinking 6 months, right? But like this game, they said that they want to dig in, they want to put together a plan that is 10 years to facilitate this game, which that's why I'm questioning, why are we doing a character wipe at 8 weeks?
Yeah, that's a little interesting. And I don't know how I really feel about it being optional. I don't know. And this is probably, my Tarkov brain speaking. But it just, I don't know. It seems like it would be so much more fun to have everybody wipe at the same time.
And that's I mean? Because we're conditioned for that.
Yeah. And I started the expedition. I think I'm on like, I don't know. I have to grab like humidifiers and some other shit. Part way through it, but I've thought about it. Like since starting it, I thought, do I want to go back to 1? Like, why would I not just want to run around with all these perks and keep having fun and have all these extra little things I could do?
And you can.
So yeah, and I can. But
is it genius or is it like? Because here's the thing, I don't know if you've thought about this yet, or if you've heard about the workaround. I'm expecting that they're going to do something about it, but if they don't, it's interesting. So half or whatever, actually, it's going to probably be 20 to 25% of the character base are going to wipe and prestige.
Is this the blueprints thing?
The blueprints, yeah. They've figured out that like, wait, I could just offload extra weapon blueprints, which are like an item that allows you to be able to craft something. And like if you found extra ones, you can offload those to a mule account, which is like, let's say for me, my roommate who's not going to prestige this wipe, I'm going to toss those over there. I got the wolf pack blueprint like a few days ago and I was like, yo, Oz, grab this for me, please. And then I'm going to wipe my character. And then on level 1, I'm going to get homie to come in and drop the stuff. And that's something that's never been feasible in Tarkov because everybody wipes. There's no way. Right. And this actually leads to the bigger thing that I want to talk about is, man, I'm used to Tarkov. I'm used to that week before Tarkov. There's wipe events. There's tons of raiders. There's cultists. There's whatever. And like, now's the time I'm going to take out my crazy gear that I've been saving up all this wipe, the stuff that like, I'm going to lose it in 3 days. I might as well go out and bust a nut.
Right.
But what I'm experiencing right now in Arc Raiders, I've got all this purple gear. I got 5 bobcats. I got all these like heavy shields and like epic gear. And it is now contributing heavily to the amount of money that I need to roll over into my next character, my stash value. Right. So I'm afraid to use any of it. I'm actually using lower tier gear leading up to wipe than I've ever been. And it's that's the whole player base is fucking clutching their pearls right now,
Yeah, everybody's trying to make that 5 million. Yeah, that is interesting.
It's
I never really thought about that.
Uno reverse on the debauchery that usually happens at the end of a wipe.
Right. And most of them end up on free kits. The blueprints thing, I mean, sure, it doesn't really bother me too much because I feel like it's fairly like I could go in with whatever medium shield, bobcat, whatever gun, doesn't even matter. And I could still get run over by a level 1 Stitcher. You know what I mean? Given the right situation. It's not so much like Tarkov is 1 bullet could change everything. You could hit, unless of course they got a crazy face shield, but all you got to do is hit a guy in the face 1 time. Doesn't matter your ammo, your gun, what you have, like that can end someone who is wearing the best shit in the game if their face isn't covered, right?
Yeah, Tarkov, you can line up on somebody and you can take down a Giga Chad with a Beretta with 1 well-placed shot. The game is over, right? The fight is over. Right. And in Arc Raiders, they made a heavy point to make that not the case. Right.
Yeah, and the shield is really the only factor. Like when you're there are some things that change that a little bit. And now what I mean is, so the shield, light, medium, heavy. That game, because the sound is so good, you can directionally tell where things are, and you could get up to a fight that's going on and run in as a third party, even if you're not trying to, and lo and behold, you've caught some guy with a heavy or medium shield who's got no shield at the moment, and your level 1 Stitcher melts him because it's just his health bar you're going after.
Yep.
That's it just the reason to circle back, the reason the blueprints thing doesn't bother me is because it seems pretty easy to get stuff in that game, like guns and gear, whether it's off people or whether you go up the tree and get the secure breach. And like I'll find Venators and whatever other guns in those breach boxes, and then I'd usually just run them. Like, so I feel like even more rare than those guns is some of the attachments. There's attachments that I have only seen like one time.
Dude, even just the green attachments, like the blueprints, like I feel
those
like
have started to come out more now. I see those more often. The blue, little bit, mostly like the silencers. But I didn't even know the pink attachments existed until like I don't know, a week ago.
There's legendary too. There's the yellow or the gold attachments too.
I haven't even seen. I've seen the augment for like the anvil that makes it like a shotgun.
Yep.
Essentially, I think it's like 4.
It's like a splitter.
You get a little more damage with. Yeah. That's the only thing to attach onto a gun I've seen that was legendary, but those seem way more rare than any of the guns or gear. And just to not leave a point hanging, the other thing I was going to mention that kind of changes things a little bit besides your shield level is there's one specific augment. I can't remember if it's the survivor or which one it is, but it pops a smoke when your shield breaks. That's pretty useful. That's gotten me out of so much shit, and it's gotten people away from me that I've popped. And I think that one's the blue one, the blue tactical. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you might be able to craft that one, and maybe not. I can't remember, but yeah, it's the balance of rare weapons or rare attachments or whatever in the game. I know that's heavily in question right now because I mean, I'll admit the one time that I took in a kitted Bobcat, it doesn't feel better than a common Stitcher. There's almost like a curse where you take in your good shit and you just get hammered. Somebody just teaches you a lesson really quick, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go in a free kit, and then you have so much loot you can't even take it all. It's because of the matchmaking. The matchmaking is actually balancing by gear you bring in and aggression based on your past 5 previous matches. Do they actually take into account your last matches? Yeah, it was only like yesterday they admitted that. They said it's aggression based. They've been experimenting with aggression based matchmaking. So if you go in and you're the first one to engage and you're dogging people constantly, you're going to get put in matches with people that do the same. And that's why you see so many people sharing content where they're fucking standing around with glow sticks and recorders, and they're just having a kumbaya moment because like because they're getting matches with other people that are doing that. Totally. That's so interesting. I wonder where they're going to go with this because like they're obviously watching delicately how this is playing out. Because I mean, I watch certain streamers where they're going into Stellamontis or any map, Blue Gate. They're going in kitted. They're going in with heavy shields, crazy guns, and man, every stack they're hitting, every team they're hitting is juiced. Everybody's got juice. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not running into those players. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know what? It's also lended to the fact that I'm actually a little bit worried about bringing in my good gear because I feel like, I mean, I'm all right. I can hold my own here and there, but I know I can't hold my own against the people who are like cracked PvPers. Oh, dude, yeah, there are people that are just. Maybe I'm just getting old, dude. I don't even know, but dude, I've played games for a long time and I am still bad. So like I'll have my moments, like I'll have my cool moments here and there, and I'm like, yeah, I did that, but dude, I do so. It's just anyway. Nonetheless, that's man. So many things kind of make sense now. It's all coming together now. Thinking back on the last like week or two, like that's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know, like. So the last couple of days, the matchmaking has been a bit busted, or I guess maybe it was the last 24 hours. Like people are finally experiencing like, oh shit, it's taken 4.5 minutes to get into a raid, which you know what's crazy is coming from Tarkov. I had an Arc Raiders queue with a buddy of mine. We were playing duo and it was a 2-minute queue. And we were both like, right when it pulled us in, we're like, dude, it was the longest queue we've ever had. What the hell's going on? He said, game's dying. It's dying.
It's not that. You can tell they admitted they're kind of screwing with things in the back end. And I think they broke it. I think they broke it because also at the same time, people are like, yo, I'm loading it as a solo into trio lobbies. What is going on? Like I'm getting roasted.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're experimenting with things and like,
interesting.
Like what an incredible.
That's great that they're actively doing that. You know what I mean though? Like they're trying, like, sure, there's little hiccups and things like that here and there, but they're trying to like really figure out what works well. You know what I mean? They're not just kind of going, oh, this is working. We're just going to, you know, be complacent and just ride it. And game's doing well. We're making money. They're really trying to do something with it. And I hadn't, like I said, out of the loop a little bit, but very interesting to hear from you that they're thinking as far ahead as 10 years. Like
that was a weird thing that I heard. I think they were actually, it was like TwitchCon or something when they got interviewed. They were like, yeah, we're platforming this as like a 10-year basis. They have like
that's
grand, and like that makes me think that like they said that they're actively right now working on 15 maps. So
actively working on 15?
Yeah, we got like 5 in the game right now. So like
what the fuck?
I don't even know if you've like kept up with the lore. It's like, dude, as a sci-fi nerd, someone that grew up as a sci-fi nerd, the lore is so fucking cool. Like the fact that like humanity left the planet and whoever got left behind is who's left. And like, there's a lot of people talking about like they think that maybe the colony of elites on this space station in orbit is who's sending down the arc to try and cleanse the surface so they can come back, right? Like all of this.
Dude, how crazy.
It's so cool. It reminds me of all the old like Frank Herbert stuff, you know, like dude,
right.
I'm in love with this game. I'm enamored. One thing, so you remember the intro cinematic? Do you remember like loading up?
I think so. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, did you go through the whole quest line or did you gas out on that?
I gassed out a little, and that's a symptom of Tarkov after, wipe after wipe doing the same tasks. God, dude, I couldn't do it for another wipe. But anyway, I think I'm like maybe halfway through. I didn't totally finish it. Lately, it's just been, the game has just been so fun to just get in there and goof around. So I kind of left that to the side for a little. My buddies are so much more focused on doing the tasks, and I'm like, fuck it, let's just run over there. There's gunshots. Let's go. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, chase the shots. Well, like you
were saying with the storyline.
Yeah, one of the things that really blew me away was I completed I remember when I was doing like the last 3 quests, I was like, why are these the easiest ones I've done yet? Like they should be. I felt like they should have been a little more like ceremonially like difficult, and then I completed it, and that was it. No cinematic.
Okay.
No payoff.
I would imagine they're gonna probably add more that pick up right where you left off. I would imagine.
I hope so, because it felt like a big ass like wet fart to be like, dude, what the fuck? Like you get like all these little like lore dumps as you're going through, and these little cinematics of like how the characters like their history together, and then like you complete it, and it's like, thanks for playing.
Well, like, I mean, especially when the game is so good at handing you dopamine in other places, like you would expect it to be there too. So I get that. I did not make it to that end, and now that I know that.
No, sorry, I blew it for you.
No. Do I want to go to the end? I don't know.
No, apparently you don't need to, because like there's only a couple things, like there's a couple blueprints I think you get as you go through the quest line, but also like
I think
there's
the
no
C4
experience.
was the only important one. That was the only one that was important to me anyway. Well, sorry, it's technically
the trigger.
I say
trigger
C4, but it's the trigger nades.
Yeah, those that's like one of the best grenades in the game.
They are so fun to use, dude. The traps,
even the sound.
The trigger nades, yeah, all of it, dude. Just everything about that. And then when they introduced Stella Montes, and I had my first interaction with the shredder.
Oh, yo.
That, dude,
the sound.
That made me realize, the sounds, the actual bot itself, like, this game is going to be nuts as it expands. And you're just getting introduced to these new foes as time goes on, like.
Have you messed with the matriarch and like the queen?
Yeah, so I did. I did the matriarch event with a friend, and that was such a cool experience, and just everybody working together. And I've been in a few other lobbies since then where people are not working together. But But my first experience with it was nuts. Everybody's just yelling at each other. We're getting flashbanged and gassed, and you're running for cover. There's missiles flying by your face. It was madness. And it
Oh,
was
and
super
the
cool.
sound, like the
Loved it.
horn, like
Oh,
it is
man.
absolute cinema.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
It's such an experience. And then the Queen, I haven't really done any. I've seen her. I've seen people
Yeah,
fighting her. I've seen the Harvester. I've run inside of it and burned alive once.
yeah, me too. Just
I
once.
haven't I haven't really done anything else with it other than that. But still, that concept that's so cool. And I saw it the other day, like a little like diagram of the Queen and the matriarch, and then like the fucking Emperor. Have you seen like the
Oh
size
yeah,
comparison?
the thing that's crawling outside the map on Blue Gate and
Are we
shit.
gonna fight that at some point? I'd imagine we will.
This is what
That
makes
is
me
gonna be
realize
insane.
that they might have like a 10-year plan. We might be going up into space onto whatever like space station is up there. You know,
Yeah.
we might be fighting world-sized fucking enemies, cuz like when they built this game, all of these locations that we have right now, they were all part of one, like almost like what Tarkov wanted to be. All of the maps we
Yeah.
have right now were part of one large map. And they segmented them
Okay.
to
Yeah.
turn it into like a server instance based, much like Tarkov is, right? Like an extraction based shooter. It used to be a large open world PvE game. And
Yeah.
yeah, like the fact that
I
they're
think that's
working on
too. Has anybody ever done that really well? I mean, besides like,
Skyrim, like Skyrim's
yeah,
maps was huge, right?
I was gonna say besides like Skyrim and Oblivion, I can't really. I mean, GTA is kind of big, but not like,
Nah, not
not huge, not anywhere near the scale of. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I can't think of a. I'm sure there's probably one out there, and somebody's thinking it right now. Um, but as far as any of the games that I've played, there hasn't really been anything that's done that really well on like a
yeah.
multiplayer, large scale. Um,
It's
but
hard
as
to
far
do
as
that.
like blending a bunch of large locations together into one. So I get it. I get the splitting. I don't mind splitting it up either. I don't think I would prefer them put together. I think
Yeah.
having them separated is
Well, the
good.
gameplay loop would be insanely different. It would be
Yeah.
a different game, right? The way that, and they did it this way, like they changed their initial design so heavily to suit what their vision, like the transition towards a PvPvE, right? Like what they did with this game was not their initial
Yeah.
design. And I mean, they said that the maps were huge, but the buildings had nothing in them. They were basically just like shade structures. And it was because
Okay. Yeah.
your character speed was much faster. You were moving through the environment much faster, and the rooms, the buildings didn't need to have details or rooms because you were just flying through them on the way to
Right.
these huge enemies you were fighting. And yeah, it's really cool. Like they if anything, like if anybody's watching this and they want to dig into like where this game has come from, if you go to the Arc Raiders YouTube page, they have like the evolution of Arc Raiders or whatever. I think they put out 3 different parts, and the studio did like documentary interview of the process all the way through, and it's fucking incredible. It's so inspiring to see where they started and like where they've ended up.
I think I saw a little tiny bit of that, and it was mostly like a 3D rendering of a guy running next to what may have been, I think, early concepts of like the Bastion.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's crazy, like that they came from that to what we have now, because it just, I don't know, it's really well put together. Like the game is just really well put together. And I
also,
think
yeah, the Unreal 5, man, like the fact that this is like one of the only games that's like super really like optimized to run Unreal 5. Like I have like a 3070, like I'm not a crazy computer, and I can run
Yeah.
this game on Epic with 90 frames a second, and it looks mint.
Yeah, that and the matchmaking were 2 really refreshing things, because that's not something that you get from very many games. It runs really well. The matchmaking is fast. I mean, I was playing around with some of the differences in kind of how the desync felt between players when you have crossplay on versus crossplay off.
Ooh.
I feel like you could kind of tell a difference, but it may just be me inventing things in my mind. Someone had suggested that to me, and I guess it kind of makes sense why that might happen. But I just the element of crossplay to me is so. One thing that I like to do when I'm playing is, if anyone VoIPs near you or shoots you, or you can open up the interactions right there in the game and see who has spoken, who has, who you've had an interaction with. And you can see right there, are they a console player or are they on Steam?
Oh, I haven't done that.
I add that into the dialogue with these people because I'm usually talking to whoever I'm messing around with. And here's the...
It's like, what are you sitting on your couch?
Dude, this feels so shitty sometimes, but oh my God, it's one of my favorite things to do. If you're having an interaction with someone and it shows they're on Steam, a lot of people put their name, at least their first name, on their Steam profile. So you can look at their Steam profile and it will say what part of the world they live in and what their name is. And so I'll just straight up call someone by their name in game and they're like, what the fuck, man? And people are tripping out, dude. They are losing their shit.
This, dude, I'm losing my mind right now. Like hearing this would be, I cannot believe that information. That's like everybody's like minimally doxxed. Just
yes. Can you imagine you're playing, you're just having a good time, and then you start talking to some dude, and he's like, you know what, Tanner, fuck you, man. Like, would that not take you? Like, that would be so fucking weird.
Yeah, it would. I would be like, excuse me?
Yeah,
like,
that's
fucking what?
Dude. That is. I had one guy that genuinely seemed like he was kind of freaked out, and so by the end I was like, you can look at your Steam profile. Your name's on there, dude. Like, it's not anything crazy.
Your family's okay. Your family's safe.
Yeah, he seemed very worried. I was like, you're all right. Just know that people can see your Steam profile, dude.
Oh, that's incredible.
But most people, like, I think they connected at some point. But yeah, that has been like one of my new favorite things to do. And that's, like I said, VoIP like kind of revived Tarkov for me.
Yeah,
that's a huge element of why Arc Raiders is also really fun for me. Because even if I'm not recording or streaming, I'm still doing this goofy shit like for my own entertainment. It's just, I just enjoy it. It's just fun, dude. You never know what kind of an interaction you're gonna get to. Some people are total shitbags. Some people are fun and join in on whatever. Some people don't talk at all. So I'm surprised that there's so many people that just, I don't know, maybe they don't have a mic, maybe their spouse is asleep next to them or whatever. Maybe their parents, they're gonna hear them gaming. But I just love that, dude. The
dude,
interaction
you're so
with people
good at it. I'll never forget that time on the reserve roof when you fucking got all those people. I don't know. There's had to have been like a dozen people. You got them all to dump their gear and commit to a suicide pact or something. And everybody dumped their gear and you were like, we're all going to jump off the roof together. And you ran up to the edge of the roof and stopped. And like 10 people launched over the edge.
Jumped off. Yeah, dude. I just convinced everybody that it was. I convinced them it was a boring raid. There was nothing going on. There's
and then you went away with all their shit.
Yeah, I just had them dump everything and jump off. Yeah, that was.
If I could communicate to the people listening to this, maybe from like my side of this this community, how much fun I've had over the years watching you stream Tarkov on Twitch and other games. Holy crap! Like you got something special. And that's it. Like when a game gives you the tools to be a jester, and like especially, I know like even my wife Callie, like you get her on camera, she's gonna ham it up, right? Like when you have that like that it's moment fun. To shine, oh my god, it feels so good. And Arc Raiders, like with the flutes and the guitar that's coming, like dude, the wild interactions, even with the amount of shorts and shit that I've seen, because there's certain doors that if you close, they lock from the one side and people get trapped on the inside.
Oh yeah, and there's that one in the little three-story area.
The amount of times that I see someone open that door and then they get murked and they end up getting trapped in there or something. Like you just all these tiny little pieces of the puzzle that allow people to be just total asshats, like total jesters.
I hope they don't fix stuff like that either, because it's a little box in the way of the switch that doesn't let you close that door.
Oh, really?
I hope that door stays that way forever. I hope they don't remove that box. The beautiful thing that they allow you to do is open and close doors while you're crawling around and down. And you can just sit there and talk your shit to whoever is still running around while they're in the middle of a fight. You're just in, well, dude, I'm in people's ear, dude. I'm just talking all kinds of stupid shit, trying to get people to laugh or distract them or whatever. And then, yeah, you can extract while you're down. Like, oh, man. And then there's the whole, I mean, you saw what they did with people glitching through the doors.
Oh, the very hot fix.
Fire.
Yo,
dude,
did you see the patch notes? They were like, we implemented a very hot fix. And the very hot. Did they leave
it at that?
Yeah, that's all they said was we implemented a very hot fix.
God.
And what that fix was people were glitching through the doors. And they basically made it so that if you glitched through the door and you existed inside that room without the key being used, it would just get flamethrowered from every angle and you would burn to death. So,
such a good idea.
Oh, like the devs were
such
on
a good idea.
Fire with that, like no pun intended. But
I don't I don't know any other game that's like what a creative way to tackle a bug, and then also that's just going to be more clips and more things that people are talking about and getting the buzz of the game around. Like it was a great move. I don't know.
The best part about that was that like if you used a key to get into the room and there's 4 people that tried to get in before you with the hack,
all their
you got all their shit to loot as well. Like,
oh man, I didn't even think about that. That's great.
Yeah,
that is fantastic.
Whichever one of the devs or like someone in that office that like came up and was like, "Yo, guys, I got an idea."
Yeah, dude. That dude. I want a fist bump from that guy.
That guy or girl
genius.
needs a fucking raise. But yeah, so I guess we're rolling into probably about the time. I was thinking of like calling this segment like Midnight Raiders or something, right? Because we're dad gamers doing this after our kids are in bed.
Of the night. Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir. There's sound asleep.
Yep. To wrap it up, the one thing I wanted to ask you, which I'm very genuinely curious about, as someone who's like mainly like a Tarkov main, but also like, you and I have like similar hours. We get about 150 hours ish in Arc Raiders at this point, 45 days in.
Yeah.
Are you going to wipe your character? Are you going to prestige? Are you going to do the thing? Are you going to push to do that? Or are you going to just ride it out for the next one? Because I feel pressured.
Yeah. When does it happen? Was it like 3 more days or something?
Well, it's the 15th now as we're recording. Well, sorry. It's the morning of the 15th. The 17th, the window opens.
14th for me right now still. I only got 10 more minutes of the 14th.
Right. I'm representing the Canadian arm of this podcast. And Steve's representing the Californian arm.
You're little.
So you got a couple days.
Yeah.
You got a couple days.
Okay. I guess
when the window
depends
opens.
On how many of these goddamn humidifiers I find. If I can grab
I got a spot. There's a guaranteed spawn.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, in the Red Tower on Old Buried City.
Okay.
In the lockers.
Yeah.
There's a guaranteed spawn there. 2 lockers.
Interesting.
The red lockers. I know.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to do that. You know what my problem is? Like I said, I don't. Maybe it's like ADHD brain. I don't even know, but I'll get in there and I'll have stuff that I need.
Yeah,
like
and then
stuff that I should go. Hey, it's time to get out. And then somebody's around talking, or somebody's shooting, or something that seems like it's gonna be fun is happening, and I run over and get involved in whatever it is. Sometimes it works out, and I'll get out with everything I need, and a lot of other times it doesn't. Yep. I'm on the ground like, wait, quest items, bring back up. But that's how they get lost. That's how they get lost.
One thing you got to remember, the Tarkov brain, like you can put it in your prison pocket and it works.
Yeah.
It's not found in raid, right?
Unless you're on that damn free kit.
Yep.
Damn free kit. I think that I probably will. If I can move along a little bit faster here, I think I probably will. I think the benefit of 5 more points may not be like incredible on this first one, but I feel like as time goes on, like I don't know where you're at in the skill trees. I went down red first, then up yellow, and I'm at 75. I feel really good with everything that I picked. I don't really feel like I really wasted too much. Maybe the fall damage thing was maybe stupid. I could have taken that
For
off.
sure. The like stamina while crouching, I put some points into, and it's like, man, I'm like,
yeah,
I hardly do that.
You know,
like,
yeah, I mean, but this is nice because you wipe and you get to think about these things now and put them
Yeah,
in
it's
the
a
different
respec.
places. So that's good. Yeah, and the fact that you can't respec unless you do this is kind of interesting too. Like there's no going back once you commit those points. But I think over time, I think over like 3 or 4 of these, it's going to be really apparent to people. Like, damn, I probably should have done those because
I know, that's why I feel pressure
worth.
to do it. That's why I feel
Because
pressure to do it.
if I could go 20 points in that third tree, like there's a couple of nice little bonuses that I'll get even after 20 points. So it's like, I should be doing this. Like, and especially if this game has such a long-term plan, you know what I mean? Like, where are we going to be at in 2 years with, you know, people's progression, and are the skill trees going to go deeper? Like,
They have to. I think they have to. If people start accumulating all these extra points. So I actually, like, I feel as though this is like the successor to Tarkov, like the community of Tarkov almost.
Yeah.
Because it, like, I know it's not, it doesn't provide that like level of granularity in regards to the detail and the realism of things.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, there's certain things like in Tarkov, you watch someone walk off second story and like hit the ground, they break their ankles, you hear the sound, but their character doesn't react. Like it's this stiff, like, you know,
dude.
And in Arc Raiders, people are ragdolling, fucking flopping all over the place. Like,
the falling in Arc Raiders is so good, and every time I eat shit and fall off something, I laugh. The sound of you like bagging on the ground is incredible. Like,
your shit hitting
some of the
dirt.
falls that you can survive too. I'm like, how am I alive? Like, but I'll take it. But damn, dude. Yeah, I love that. It's so
like
good.
Oh, actually, there's another thing. Maybe for like the subsequent episode, if you want to do this again, I need to dig into Tarkov 1.0. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
So that's going to be a leg of this arc. Is like arc, huh? I got to get back.
You got
into
a lot
the
of
Tarkov.
puns in here. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a dad.
Quick with it as you will. Yeah, I get it. My jokes are a little more ridiculous. Anyway. Sorry. Tarkov 1.0. You're gonna start playing it? You haven't played any at all?
I have not touched 1.0. I installed it today.
Okay.
And the reason I installed it today was because I kind of wanted to double check what my hours were. Like my
right.
You know, because I know, like I checked, like we're about the same, about 150 hours in Arc Raiders. I think I'm about 1,600 hours in Tarkov.
Okay.
Where are you at?
Do I say my number out loud?
Well, I remember you said you had like 3 accounts or something, right? Like you got to tally it up.
No, I have a second account that I was using for something else that it has hardly any time on it. There's less than 100 hours on it. My main account, now there's a few things
Keep in mind you're a career Tarkov player.
Yeah, we'll say okay, been doing it like a job for like 4 years now. But also, I don't know how much this really contributes to it and how many times I've done this, but I know there's definitely times where I leave the game on. Like after stream's over, I get up, dinner with the family, game's running for however long. At one point, it would stay on like overnight. At some point in time, they implemented like it boots you off after like 30 minutes of inactivity. But at one point, it didn't. It would just run all fucking night, and you would just rack up hours. So if you were to look at the page, it says 10,000 approaching 11,000 hours.
Christ.
So I mean, I probably have like at least played, oh God,
8,500.
Sucks to say it out loud. Like at least 8,000 hours are actually like played hours of minimal. I don't know in that next handful of hours. Fuck, more than a handful. Do I even want to divide that into day? I don't want to do that right now. I'm not going to do that math. I don't even want to know that math. But anyway, yeah, doing it as a job is a little bit different. Which that's another thing that Tarkov is just such the perfect game for. And I meant to mention this earlier. I know we're wrapping up. Arc Raiders and Tarkov. I don't know if it's like my style of creating something fun to watch. It's a little bit different for me with Arc Raiders, and I haven't made I haven't made the connection for myself that like feels fluid and feels like continual entertainment. Like I have been able to do with Tarkov in the past. I streamed it
Yeah.
a few times. And then, of course, Tarkov 1.0, the wipe happened, been really involved in that. But I've had opportunity to slap some Arc Raiders in there, and I haven't. And I can't really figure out where that, because I have tons of fun, like in the middle of the night, like, you know what I mean? Like just even myself or me and a buddy or me and my brother. But yeah, I don't know. I just haven't gotten into a flow with it yet. But I think.
Well,
I think
you've also got your
eventually
entire like
find it.
Bitbot. Like when it comes to your streaming, when it comes to like being live, your entire like your cockpit is
Yeah, there's a lot of
custom
shit
designed
going on.
for the Tarkov experience. Like if
Yeah.
anybody here has not seen SteveBroChill live on Twitch, this shit is hilarious. I know this is at the end of the podcast. I wanted to shout this out on the start, but I have watched this man fucking be verbally and physically abused all night during a subathon over and over. Like the shit that you do
the
with the
subathon, my
Bitbot
God.
stuff. Like this dude, like you can spray Steve with water while he's sleeping on his face in the middle of the night.
It's a
like,
once a year thing. All right. It's a once a year thing. I don't know if I could do it.
Again?
Yeah. I can do it again. Once a year is good. I could do it. But yeah, 2 nights of fucking sounds being played through loudspeakers. This last year
it's
I
wild.
slept with a TENS unit attached to my wrist and the top of my hand. So like at first when I'm trying to sleep, I just randomly be getting like, you know, like all the muscles in my hand and fingers are like tensed up and I'm over here T-Rex arm and just I got to the point that first night where I was so fucking tired that when I went back and I watched the VOD of me sleeping, because I was curious, I could see at certain points in my sleep without waking up, getting zapped and my hand moving, but I'm still asleep. I slept through it. I don't know how. I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, lots of
like
silly shit like that.
Yeah, it's funny for like a few hours, and then all of a sudden you're like, dude, there's like trauma happening here. Like people are just abusing this man while he's trying to sleep. Which don't get me wrong, fucking hilarious.
If it was truly awful, I definitely wouldn't do it. It's usually I enjoy it. That month is a fun month for me, but yeah, it's a little bit hell, but it's designed to be hell. You know, I know what I'm going through, but yeah, it's a good time.
On any regular week, you can drop by Steve's stream and shoot him in the head with fucking ping pong balls if you want. For how many bits?
Balls, yeah, 169 bargain. It's good. It's good. And maybe on another episode, I'll give you the story and kind of like how it came to be.
Story.
And, yeah, why it is the way it is. It's very interesting. I was telling you earlier before we started, like I shouldn't be here. I'm very thankful to be here, and I love it so much. But just the way that it came to be, like it's so strange, and I shouldn't be here. But I will love every second of it. Yeah, thank you for inviting me to do this. I enjoy this a lot, and I'm excited to do the next one. I was thinking about this earlier. I think that at the end of this series, we should wrap it up with our very first duo at the end. 1 or 2, slap it in there together.
If Tarkov or Arc Raiders?
We could do both. But I was thinking in my mind Arc Raiders, but we could do both.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I would love it.
We have to be polar opposites until then, so that it's the first organic. I think that would be fun. I think
I've jumped into like 2 scav armies with you in the past, and like, you know, preparing for this, like inviting you to come talk shit about some games. I was like, I think like a couple scav raids is the only times I've ever actually talked to you. Like we've been homies for 4 years now or whatever, but like
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's cool too. And I like just, one thing about me is I will go off on tangents all the time. I don't know how many times I've strayed us away, but it's going to happen more, dude. But
it's the magic of podcasting.
Oh yeah. No, I love it. I'll pull us around all over the place. I just, the one thing that's really cool, especially with like you and Callie, like, though we haven't ever met each other in real life, there's so many people that I've connected with over Twitch, and like have seen, especially doing this for 4 years, I've seen everybody like grow, get married, start families, have kids. Our
Yeah,
kids are around the same age. They're growing up. It's so fast how it
I
happened.
know.
Like seeing like every now and then catching a picture of you guys and your kids are growing up, and like we're all just experiencing life in these different places at the same time. And it's just really cool. And you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys, and I'm
And your
glad to know you
community is
guys and see you guys grow.
fantastic. Like
Thank
shit.
you.
And so
As
many of
much
those, like the people that have
Go
stuck
ahead.
around. Oh my God.
Yes, great fan, and people, a stranger might come in and think, man, they're fucked up to this guy. People love to fuck with me and love to talk their shit, but there are so many genuinely amazing people that have supported me for years. Great people.
Yeah.
Like, and you wouldn't think that by the shit that they're talking if you came in there day one, but they are, dude, some of the nicest, kindest people I have ever met. And it's all of those people that I'm even able to do this. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like,
It's a great
it's
thing when your best friends are just alt F4ing you and telling you to get shit on.
it is a wild time. It is a
Yeah.
wild time. I love it though. Well, dude, this was fantastic, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to do it again. Let me know like when and wherever we'll get this late night dad vibe going
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. The Midnight Raiders. I was thinking like, I don't know. I was trying to think of stupid fucking names. This is gonna be a limited series, just like on our Rogues Passage, like gaming channel. But I was like, yo, what about like Tark Raiders? And I was like, like I need to stop. Like maybe it doesn't need a name.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I'll put my brain to it a little bit. I
Yeah.
think that I started thinking about names, and I completely lost where I
Well, the
was going
thing
to
is, like
go. But that's okay.
yeah, as somebody who plays games for a living, you get to play a lot of games, right? Like,
Yeah.
my thought was like, probably shouldn't. I want to talk about Arc Raiders a lot right now and Tarkov, but like, probably not. We don't need to coin it to like specifically that. Like, I just want to. This Arc Raiders has pulled me back into like the lust of a new game and like
Gaming. Yeah.
how good that feels.
Yes. Yes. And we haven't, I don't think we've had, I mean, when's the last time we had something that really like took gaming by storm? Part of me wants, was Fortnite the last like big, because this is pretty fucking huge and cross platform and all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
So
well, like
what else was this
Tarkov's in that
big?
category. Tarkov's in that category.
I don't know if
It's
Tarkov's anywhere near
niche.
this level though. It is niche. I mean, I'm by size and like, so like if there's a like a hardcore PC gamer, or maybe like a military vet or military guy, and I mention Tarkov and they're into gaming, I might get somebody that knows what Tarkov is, has played it before. A lot of times when people have heard of it, they're like, "Oh yeah, I played it for this long, I stopped playing because it punished them in some way and they couldn't go back." Like I get that.
But in
I don't
terms
know
of
why I love the
like
punishment, but
making
Arc
it onto
Raiders,
mainstream.
yeah, Arc Raiders, you could go, dude. I bet
Yo,
you
South Park mentioned it. South Park mentioned it in one of
Oh,
their
I didn't see
episodes.
that. I
Yeah,
didn't see that. See, and that's how
Cartman was
that's
given
like,
token shit. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm playing Arc Raiders. Shut the fuck up."
dude. I think that Fortnite was the last thing that did that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Call of Duty Warzone, I think, was similar level
Yeah,
of like cultural phenomenon. You know?
yeah. I think so. I guess when did I break up with Call of Duty? It was a long time ago, and I vowed to never pay any attention to it ever
Everything
again.
reminds me of her.
It was a long time ago. I think Modern Warfare 2 was like the last one that I played that I really enjoyed, and then I tried the BR, and it was cool for a little bit, and then that was it. That was the last thing. But culturally, like, yeah, Arc Raiders is it's everywhere right now, which is really cool to see. I bet you I could walk into a crowded mall with a Bluetooth speaker in my pocket and play probe noises on full blast and walk around the mall, and people would be laughing and tripping out trying to figure out where it's coming from. Everyone would know what the sound
Oh,
was, or
that's
just
like the fucking smoke detector meme. Like,
oh, dude, something like that, or I keep thinking about like, gotta be so funny to just go into like a crowded subway or something and like play the Rocketeer aggroing sound, or whatever.
just
Like
watch people
all
tuck and roll.
Yeah, and there would be a bunch of people that knew what that was. You know what I mean? There's not too
Yeah.
many games that really get to that level as far as the cultural awareness of the game.
Yeah.
Which is, side note, watching the Burnt Peanut go from Tarkov, successful in Tarkov, to Arc Raiders exploding to another
Yeah.
planet has been also really crazy. And that we saw this happen with Fortnite too, with a number of creators, where
Yeah.
that game just really put them in front of a lot of people's face. And then they just, because of their hard work and their sharpened craft, they exploded. So that
Yep.
we could
Oh, I know. That's a
get into
whole
that,
different,
but
like, man, we've been watching Peanut here and there as well. Like, what a ridiculous tangent that is. Like, holy,
yeah.
the fact that like this ridiculous VTuber just took over
Yeah,
the
it's
scene,
hilarious.
and like,
It's so funny. It's so hilarious. And watching kind of everything after the awards kind of like evolve out, like
yep.
it's funny. The dude has put in work and he's funny. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
know what
he's
I mean?
hilarious.
It's just so like I'm glad. You know what I mean? It's not easy, and so I respect it.
Yeah, dude, it's a crazy landscape out there, and the fact that like, yeah, like this cultural phenomenon that Arc Raiders has become, and the fact that streamers that don't play games almost are playing like Arc Raiders. You know, like it was pulling
Yeah,
in like non gamers, like it was pulling in all the
yeah,
just chatters. It was pulling in fucking everybody, and the fact that it was on South Park, like that is a huge benchmark. Huge.
yeah.
Like that.
I have to send you a because I see all kinds of shorts and stuff about Arc Raiders now. So
Yeah.
someone sent me a beat that they made
Oh,
with
I
like
saw it on
arc
your stream.
sounds and
Yeah.
okay, dude. I wish that was a full song. I would listen to it. It was kind of a hard beat, but dude.
Didn't it have the reserve alarm in it as well, or was that?
No, that was probably my game in the
Oh yeah.
background. Oh my god. Fucking game. Yeah, Tarkov is man, I love it so much, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's there forever. It's nestled into our hearts. It's
Yeah.
got it owns real estate in our psyche forever.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
nothing,
it does.
even still, like Arc Raiders is sick, but man, nothing's Tarkov.
Yeah, yeah. There will always be a special place for Tarkov, and Tarkov is kind of like it's kind of what gave me a job, essentially. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The development, like I don't know, like if Tarkov didn't exist, I may not even be streaming. I don't know. I don't, it just
Well,
it was such a and it still is just such a perfect game. Like the flow of it just works perfectly with streaming and being able to bullshit and like moments that are super intense and you're locked in watching and it's crazy or it's funny,
and then
and
the
then
downtime.
moments that come down and it's like you can talk about whatever you could it's just it's very interesting how it works in the streaming scape. And I guess like people stream and have different styles of streaming, whether they're trying to teach or they're going
Just
for humor and
flexing.
entertainment. Like or they're really fucking good at the game. It's gonna be a little different for everybody, but yeah, for myself, it just worked out so perfect, and I happen to love the game. Like
Yeah, I mean,
what
you
could
were like,
be any
well,
better?
I have to say, like, I think it was 4 years ago or whatever. Like, Luca was like in a bassinet. Like
Yeah.
we're going through the motions of
Damn.
like the crazy sleep schedule of
Our kids are
every
4
3
years
hours.
old.
Yeah. And
It's
like
so
we
crazy.
were couch ridden for like weeks, and all we were doing
Yeah.
was watching Tarkov, because I was
Yeah.
like, I was really into Tarkov, and Callie, she didn't play, but she loved watching it.
Yeah.
And it was a glorious E-raid or whatever that shoved us over to you, and you were doing the Bitbot stuff like hard back then. Like we got shoved into a labs raid in a SteveBroChill stream, and you were
I
fucking,
remember that day, dude. I remember that.
dude,
I remember that
you
day.
were flying around, getting spun in 360, throwing grenades, like just like dumping your mag, just freaking the fuck
Yeah.
out. And I had never seen anybody doing Bitbot stuff at
That
that
was the first time you'd seen it?
Oh yeah,
Oh, dude.
it was
For
like,
some people, it's like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? And they don't want to watch it. And I totally get that. That's so funny that I didn't realize that was your guys' first time. Yeah, I remember that day. That was one of the
yep.
biggest raids that I've ever gotten.
Well, the
How
crazy part,
cool.
like I guess to explain to people that maybe don't know what we're talking about, like
Oh,
Bitbot is like
yes.
this software that if you donate bits on Twitch, you can actually like affect how Steve's keyboard inputs work. So you
Right.
can potentially, well, no, you can physically make his game and his character do certain shit. So very often
From mouse movements to key presses,
to
like almost anything,
mapped out
really.
shit. Yeah, like the
It's
amount of
it's
times I've
pretty
seen
wild.
you walk up to extract loaded and somebody makes you drop your backpack right when you fucking
Yeah,
extract.
at the last second, my bag flies on the ground. Whatever it may be. Yeah. So like, and something I gotta orientate myself a little bit better at not expecting that everyone knows what the hell I'm talking about, because I'm so used to talking Tarkov with other people that talk and know
I know, I'm
Tarkov.
sorry. Like
So
because
no,
this
no,
is
no.
posted on our channel, I'm like, I got to start clarifying this stuff.
No, yes, yeah. I will going forward, I will do a better job. I've done a terrible job during this episode, but
You've been
I will
wonderful.
I will do better. But no, it's so the program, the guy that made it is a genius.
Yeah.
And really just made he created an avenue for many people who would not have been able to make a living playing games, able to make a living playing games. But essentially, um like just to give you one example of a command is like a more complicated one. The someone donating 900 bits, which is the equivalent of $9. If I'm inside of a small room and I've got grenades in my pocket, my mouse, the input, will all of a sudden start spinning me to the right very fast. And while it's doing that, it'll hit the G key to pull out a grenade. And after the grenade is pulled out, it's timed to click the left mouse button, and that will throw the grenade. And I'm still spinning. It's going to throw 3 more grenades. If I'm somewhere where I can't really like run to a door while I'm spinning in a circle, I'm probably going to die. Stuff like that. There's ones that are less ridiculous. That one like almost makes me sick. But yeah, I mean, just someone being able to shoot 50 bits over and your gun goes off. And now if you're being sneaky, like your cover's blown or whatever,
Yeah.
just interactive things.
Oh, I've
I've
done that
always thought
lots.
like if you're able to watch something that's entertaining and you can interact directly with it, like how cool is that? So I really went head first into that, like really early on. Because at the same time, you have to figure out, like, if you're going to do it as a job, how do you monetize yourself? How are you going to pay bills doing this? And which is, anyway, I can save the rest for another day. But
Yeah, for
that's
the deep
why
dive, the behind the scenes.
yeah, the reason I said that I shouldn't be here is someone streaming at my size should not be able to do this without another job. Like it just
Yeah.
it shouldn't be possible. So, and I've been extremely fortunate with, like I said, amazing people that have been around for years, some brand new, some for 4 or 5 years, and have supported me through all of this craziness. And whether I'm playing Tarkov or switching to some other ridiculous game, it's been a wild ride. It's been really, really, really cool. So
It's
yeah,
been amazing. And if anybody's listening and hasn't checked out, like I've said, get over there. Anybody from
thank
your
you.
community, come over, check out the Rogues Passage. We do a lot
I'm
of
bringing,
like
yeah, oh yeah.
Magic the Gathering content.
I'm
Anybody from
waiting for the memes. They're gonna get screenshots from here. They're gonna be talking shit about something I said.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
waiting for it. I'm ready.
dude, they're gonna screen cap. Like I saw, what was I watching the other day? You accidentally pulled up an old photo of yourself.
You
that
saw
tiny
that?
little,
Oh my God.
fucking profile picture of like what you were
Dude,
like, what, 15?
let me give this story real quick. So I found a flash drive that had shit saved on it from years ago when I was in high school, and some photos on there were even before like high school. Like there was some junior high photos in there. And you know, when you're streaming, you have your different, like right now it's just me, full camera. Sometimes I have it on a screen where you can see my monitor and what I'm doing. And sometimes you just forget what
Yep.
screen you're on, or you hit the wrong button or whatever. So I'm pulling up this flash drive. I'm looking at the pictures, like, what do I want to show? What do I not want to show? Like there's some old shit on here.
Old skateboarding video. I
So
was like,
yeah, and I had like the main USB drive open, and there was a few photos that were not in a folder. So there was a thumbnail, and you could see the photo. It was small, but I didn't realize I switched over so you could see what was on my monitor, and you could see that window. And I realized pretty quick that I did that and I changed it. It was only up for maybe a few seconds.
And I'm burnt
but
immediately.
Oh my God. All of a sudden I'm seeing in my chat, there's emotes made of pictures of me in high school. There's people screen grabbed it and immediately went to town with it. It was actually incredible. And I didn't even mean to leak it out there. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, dude.
So thankfully it wasn't anything crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been your dick.
I don't know what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that could have been bad. I don't think there's anything like that on there, but I don't know. I haven't investigated that since years ago. But it just funny stuff like that. Yeah, gotta be careful out there. Don't put your name on your Steam profile. I'll come yelling your name in Arc Raiders.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm coming for you.
You got to do that at least one time just to get the person's reaction. It's
how do you do it? You open the
when you I think it's off of the map. It might just be right off of like opening the like hit it. Do you play on PC or the?
Yeah, I play on PC.
Okay, so I think if you hit the escape key, it's either right there or it's on the map tab. I know you have to open up the menu for it. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna find it because that's amazing. Like I want to use that. That is hilarious.
And you'll see the Steam icon, and you could just click and grab their Steam profile, and immediately, like one guy the other night, he had an interesting name. I think it was like Davian or something that I haven't really heard. His name was Davian, and he was from it said somewhere New Mexico on his profile. And my buddy was the one that saw it when we were fighting it. We were in the middle of a fight. We were shooting each other. And my buddy pulls it open, checks his Steam profile, and starts yelling shit at him like about New Mexico. And like, Davian, I can hear your shield going off. And this guy is like, what the fuck? How do you know my name? What is happening? It was just so funny.
Was that on stream or was that?
No, that was, this is, I haven't actually played Arc Raiders on stream since I played the first. It wasn't release day. It was like a couple days after release. It was gifted to me, and then the first 2 days I had the game. I think I streamed it, and then the Tarkov wipe happened, and then it's been all Tarkov since.
I mean, that's impressive. I feel like you're keeping up with me on like the Dad Gamer schedule because I've been playing at night, a few hours, whatever here and there. And like, I'm quite surprised that I'm at 150 hours. Cause like
I am too, actually.
When I, on the Server Slam weekend, I took the Friday off and I played all weekend. I played 30 hours or something in 3 days. And I was like, I haven't done that in a long time. It felt
I haven't done
wild.
this. I haven't done this with any games in a long time either. Usually it's like, I'm playing something or doing like editing or doing something very chill, like a game that's like very low key at night that I could like, zone on and bullshit with some buddies for an hour and a half. I don't know the last time that I got at my computer at 11 p.m. and then played for fucking 3 hours. Could have played more too, but was like, oh my God, what time is it? What am I doing? Yeah, it's been a while since the game has done that to me, which, I mean, that's a good sign. Just being able to just click a button and you're almost instantly in. If you die, you can go right back in instantly again if you wanted to.
Next episode, we'll talk about the free kit. We'll talk about the value of the free kit and how different that is from the scav.
I have a lot to say about the free kit. Yeah,
because no cooldown, you can still do quests. Like fucking wild.
Yeah,
but we got to wrap this up. It's like 20 after 1 here. I got to take my kid to the day home in the morning. This was fantastic. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit, coming on to talk about extraction shooters.
Absolutely, dude.
And this incredible game that we've been like smitten by.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, dude. It's been a great time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Dude, the next one, whenever, let me know.
We're gonna do this. We're not adhering to any schedules. That's actually something we've been kind of like. I don't know if I said it on this or before the cast, but like when it comes to the Rogues Passage, we're dialing back from a weekly schedule because we need to make this shit work with our lives. Like it can't stress us out, right? Like it's got to be something that and also like at a certain point, it makes you stop wanting to keep up because it's a drag or whatever, right? We just want to make content. I want to do stuff like this. I was compelled to do this. Like I've been so enamored with this game that I've been compelled to talk about it. I dragged Steve into talking about it with me because I've seen that he's been riding the same high. And like, you're not the only one, right? I might actually get some other people to talk about this as well. Cause
there's quite a few people that are enamored by this game right now. It's very, it's very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, this we're gonna do this more. We're gonna do it whenever we can. We're both parents. We're gonna hit it whenever we can. And then I wanted to get one out before we did this expedition to talk about like the state of things before. Next one's probably gonna be on the other side.
You're gonna do it, right? Did you say? Are you? Are you definitely okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably, as long as I make it, I think I'll be there with you. I think it'll be worth in the end, especially as the game progresses further on.
Well, we should. I think we're friends on Steam. Yeah, no, I see your name.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll link up one night. I'll help you get your humidifiers.
Yes,
we'll get
unless we're saving that first experience.
Yes, shit. All right.
I'll get them. Don't worry. I know where to buy humidifiers. I shop at Target.
All right,
good.
I'll get them. Target. Okay, thank you for coming back to the Rogues Passage.
Yes,
love you guys. Whichever community you've come here from. See you on the next one. This has been great. Thanks, Steve.
Goodbye.
Bye.